Oh, yo, hey guys. You guys hungry? I heard this new place opened up called IQ. It's supposed to be like this super high-end restaurant.
Yeah, I'm down, bro.
Wait, but are you guys sure about this? Because I've heard a lot of bad things about that place, and like apparently you need to be smart.
Yo, it's okay, bro.
Bro, it's gonna be
Trust me,
it's gonna be a nice place. We're super high-end, super luxury. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, bro. This is the place.
Yo, what is this? I think you have to solve it.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, come on, bro. That's easy. 4. That's it, bro. That's a bull.
Good evening, gentlemen. I saw that you guys have solved your first test here on the wall, but before you get seated, you have to answer this pedigree.
Man, give me that. No, I want to do this.
Alright, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I think it's autosomal recessive.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That is correct. You
Let's
may
go.
enter.
Let's go, bro. Give me something harder next time, man.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
What are we eating?
Let's go, bro. Yo, what is this shit?
What do you mean?
There are only 3 things on the menu.
Really?
And the prices are fucking ridiculous.
Yo, what is this? This is a scam, bro. We're getting scammed right now. What is this?
$1,000 for vegetable soup? Yo, I know this place was up to no good.
Yo, but there's $2 for the yogurt.
Alrighty, gentlemen. Are you guys ready to order from the variety of options we have on our menu?
I don't know what variety you're talking about, because there's 3 options on the menu.
Okay. No, seriously, guys. Like, what are you guys ordering?
Okay, so I guess I'll take the vegetable soup.
And for you?
I'll take the pizza then, whatever.
For you?
You guys are nuts, bro. This thing's $2. The others are like $1,000. Of course, I'm gonna take the yogurt. Can I get like 4 or something?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Follow me to the kitchen.
To the kitchen?
Alright.
Whatever, bro. Let's go.
I don't know what kind of restaurant. Alright, man. Look at my pizza. What is this? That looks good. This looks really good.
Hey, bro, that's not worth $1,000.
Yeah, it's worth $1,000.
Trust me.
It's worth it.
Alright, guys. Thank you for taking your seats. This is what's going to happen. I will challenge you to name all the species included in your meal with its respective scientific name, and you will have to provide interesting and scientifically accurate facts about the organism in question. Do not forget the species of the ingredients that you have used. If you make the slightest mistake, I will add an additional $100 to your bill. However, if you are able to complete this challenge flawlessly, you will have the whole meal for free. Also, you cannot back out of this challenge since the kitchen is closed off.
So, wait a second now. What do you think this is exactly? You think we're on TV? You think this is a Deal or No Deal or something? What is this?
Yep, pretty much, exactly.
Okay, but wait. Why does Ahmed and me have to put the ingredients together and make our meal, while Dennis's pizza is already done?
Yeah, that's unfair.
Because that is the whole point. Basically, what ends up happening is that Dennis has to taste his pizza and he has to identify the species and the genus inside his pizza. Where you guys have to build your own food. So you guys have to build your yogurt and the vegetable soup that you ordered, and then you guys have to identify it from there. All right, so let's get started.
All right. So first we have seaweed, which is a protist. And a protist is a category that includes all eukaryotic organisms that isn't an animal, a plant, or a fungus. They are primarily microscopic and unicellular. And plant-like protists, called algae, get their nutrients by converting sunlight into energy using photosynthesis. And the specific seaweed that is going to be in my soup is the nori seaweed, also known as Pyropia.
All right, William, now that you did a superb job with the seaweed, now it's time to move on to the mushrooms.
Alright, so for the mushroom, we have the shiitake mushroom, specifically, also known as the Lentinula edodes, which is classified as a filamentous fungi. And fungi are a kingdom of usually multicellular eukaryotic organisms that are heterotrophs, meaning that they cannot make their own food and have important roles in nutrient cycling in an ecosystem. In fact, they break down and get rid of dead organisms to obtain their nutrients. And unlike plants that contain cellulose in their cell walls, fungi contains chitin in their cell walls.
Great job, William, with the other 2 ingredients. Now it's time to move on to the final ingredient.
Alright, so Finally, I have the Himalayan salt, also called Halobacteria ceae, which is in an archaea, and in archaea, the archaea are prokaryotes, which means they have no nuclei or organelles, and consists largely of so-called extremophiles, which are microbes that are adapted to very salty, acidic, alkaline, or hot or cold environments. And for my specific type of salt, it is mainly found in water that is saturated or nearly saturated with salt. Alright, anyways, like a good addition to this soup would have been fiddlehead fern, but I see that you did not find any in the market, so but I'm gonna talk about it anyways. So a fiddlehead fern is a non-seed plant, also called Filicophyta. And non-seed plants are plants that do not require seeds to reproduce and grow into new plants. Instead of using seeds, non-seed plants use structures called spores to create new versions of themselves. And spores are usually haploid and unicellular and are essential to the fern production process. So to make this soup, it's pretty straightforward. So first you add the crumbled nori seaweed, like this. And then you take the chopped shiitake mushrooms and you add it. Then you add the cup of water, like so. And you sprinkle the content with the Himalayan salt, like this. I know it looks weird right now, but once you mix it, everything's gonna change.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna taste amazing, Will, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You want to taste it after?
Yeah, surely I'd taste it. That looks amazing.
Alright, so that's my dish.
Excellent. Well done. That was a great job. Well done by William. Now, Ahmed, it's your turn.
Firstly, the main ingredient of yogurt is cow milk. It contains bacteria known as Streptococcus, Thermophilus, and Lactobacillus bulgarius. These species eat the sugars in milk. Lactobacillus bulgarius keeps the pH in the small intestine low to prevent the growth of harmful bacteria. There is also blueberries and strawberries in the yogurt, which are angiosperms known as Vaccinium corymbosum and Fragaria ananassa, respectively. They are from the Plantae kingdom. Another ingredient used are pine nuts. They are gymnosperms, and it means that they come from seed-producing plants that have seeds that are unprotected by an ovary or a fruit. These nuts take over 3 years to complete their maturity. Everything, all that's left is to sprinkle a little bit of pine nuts on the yogurt, and then we're done. And that's my dish.
That looks so good.
Just stick to your pizza, man, alright?
Alright, man.
All right, well done, Ahmed. You did a great job. Now it's your turn for the tasting challenge. You must taste it and identify all the species inside. Go for it.
Man, piece of cake or piece of pizza, whatever, same thing, man. Really good pizza. I especially like the dough. The dough's, I could taste the baker's yeast inside the dough. Baker's yeast, also known as Saccharomyces cerevisiae, is a yeast. Yeast are eukaryotic single-celled microorganisms classified as members of the fungus kingdom. Fun fact, the first yeast originated hundreds of millions of years ago, and today there's over 1,500 species identified. Most yeasts reproduce asexually by mitosis. Really nice tomato sauce you guys have here at IQ. Tomato sauce made from tomatoes, also known as Solanum lycopersicum, which are angiosperms. Angiosperms are seed-bearing vascular plants. Their reproductive structures are flowers in which the ovules are enclosed in an ovary. The use of flowers is a much more successful way of reproduction than other plant species such as gymnosperms, which could explain why angiosperms are much more present in the world. I also get a nice seafood touch. What is that? I taste some Maine shrimp and squid. Maine shrimp, also known as Pandalus borealis, and squid, also called Nototodaris solani are both invertebrates. Invertebrates are animals that don't have a spinal cord. Most animal species are invertebrates, despite that most animals that we think of off the bat, if you told me to think of an animal, we think about what? Mammals, land mammals, which are vertebrates. But most animals are invertebrates, and a good estimate number would be about 97% of all animals that are invertebrates.
All right, congratulations, you guys. You guys have all successfully passed my final test. Now you may all eat freely with no charge. Congratulations.
Let's go!